So I started my watch collecting career over 10 years ago and sort of never looked back. After many different watches, both added and sold for my collection, I finally asked myself, what are the must-have watches that I think everyone should have in their collection? It's a very subjective question, as some enthusiasts might argue that a collection including inexpensive examples such as the Casio F91W are perfectly suitable for any collection, and I can't disagree with that. And while I won't disagree that a G-Shock or a Tissot PRX are timeless and can tell the time as accurately as any six-figure Gruebel-Forsey, I do think there is a formula to what makes the perfect watch collection. And in my opinion, it starts with three main categories of watches, which you're seeing here. That starts with a dress watch with a leather strap, a diver or otherwise aquatic-oriented watch, and an all-around tool watch that is your everyday companion piece. When curating a watch collection, certain pieces are essential to add due to their versatility, design, style, and craftsmanship. Today, we're focusing on three affordable luxury timepieces that are must-have for any collection. And just note that I use affordable as a relative term here, but each of these watches, I think, more than justifies their price tags compared to their peers, and we'll get into that more in the full review. If I had to choose just three watches to represent the perfect starter set for any serious watch collection, I would choose the following watches from my own collection. Starting with the IWC Portofino Chronograph, the Omega Seamaster Diver 300 meter, and the Tudor Black Bay Chronograph. Each watch represents a different category, dress, dive, and tool, ensuring that no matter the occasion, you'll always have the perfect timepiece on your wrist. All are generally available for less than $5,000, especially on the secondary market, so they won't exactly break the bank, and I believe that each watch provides an exceptional choice for watch collectors, both beginner and enthusiasts alike. So with that, let's get into the full review of each of these pieces, starting with the IWC Chronograph. So to begin, for those seeking an elegant dress watch with a chronograph function, the IWC Portofino Chronograph is an excellent choice. This IWC was actually the first real watch that started my watch journey over a decade ago. When graduating from college, I wanted a sophisticated watch that I could wear to, a casual dinner, but also wear smartly with a suit at my new job at a law firm. Inspired by the relaxed lifestyle of the Italian Riviera, the Portofino line has a timeless appeal, blending classic design with modern functionality that makes it perfect for any collection. As you can see here, this watch is over 10 years old and it still looks fantastic. It has not aged at all, and it still looks like it can be worn, for any occasion that you might have. So why the IWC Portofino Chronograph in particular? Why this watch if you can just only have three watches? I think with respect to the design, the 42mm polished stainless steel case with a minimalist chronograph 6, 9, 12 layout, so you have a 6, 9, and 12 subdial, offers a dressy aesthetic that can be worn in both casual and formal settings. The opaline white dial with applied silver indices and slim sword-like hands adds to its sophistication, while also being functionally useful as a working chronograph with a day-date function as well. As you can see here, the chronograph is very easy to use, it's useful, you can use it to time things, but it isn't overly distracting from the overall aesthetic of the watch. It doesn't feel like it is overtaking or overpowering the rest of the watch. With respect to performance, the Portofino is powered by the IWC caliber 75320, which is based on the robust Sellita SW500 caliber movement, which is an automatic movement with 44 hours power reserve. And while it's not COSC certified, this workhorse movement is accurate and rugged enough for daily wear, which I really appreciate. Some of the key technical features of this watch, and why some of the reasons I love it, is because of how much information it is conveying without looking too complex or distracting. The aesthetic design comes with a day-date function and a chronograph with a 30-minute and 12-hour countdown. And you see that there's a 30 at the top and a 12-hour countdown at the bottom. And so you're getting a lot of information here, but it doesn't really feel overwhelming. Again, it's clean, it looks very easy to read. As you can see, it's easy to set. The hands just glide over just very, very nicely. And so it just feels like the watch just fits in almost any scenario. I mean, you definitely can't wear this underwater. You can't wear it maybe when you're riding a bike, but any other scenario, I can't find a reason why you wouldn't want to wear this watch. And I wore this watch probably for 5 years in a row straight. This is the only watch I really had back then. And so it definitely worked for a lot of different scenarios. From my perspective, the IWC Portofino adds a touch of class to any collection, making it ideal for semi-formal and formal occasions where a more understated and refined look is required. It can also be worn in a business casual setting, making the Portofino a great desk companion. And while the Portofino typically costs around $6,700 brand new, excellent condition used examples are regularly available for between $4,000 and $5,000. So if you're a collector and you're looking to save some money, but you also want to add, one of the top watch companies in the world, International Watch Company, this is definitely a good choice for you. So again, if you're looking to add a dressy watch that can also do double duty as a more casual watch, IWC Portofino belongs in your collection for sure. I can see case back too, just really, really nicely made. Signed buckle, the bottom. This watch is just excellent. And like I said, this is 10 years old. Fantastic. So that's the first watch of the 3-watch collection. Next up is the Omega Seamaster 300, which I've done a whole separate review of, but we'll cover again here a little bit. Next up in the perfect 3-watch collection is the Omega Seamaster Diver, which is one of the most iconic dive watches in the industry and has been since the mid-1950s. And it's the perfect watch to fill the dive watch niche in any collection. With a history dating back all the way to 1948 and the debut of the 300-meter version in 1957, this watch has become a symbol for underwater exploration, adventure, and timeless elegance. I particularly love the Seamaster because it offers a mix of ruggedness and refinement. It can be worn at the beach and in the water, and then seamlessly transition to work with a more formal attire. The watch itself is perfectly proportioned at 42 millimeters in diameter and has an incredible luster thanks to the vibrant ceramic bezel and the dial that are laser etched and finished to an incredible degree of precision that only Omega and a select few other manufacturers can probably achieve. Getting into the technical aspects of the watch and why the Omega Seamaster Diver is a must-have for any collection, the 42mm stainless steel case is paired with a polished ceramic bezel, which you can see around the edge here, while the laser engraved wave pattern that changes based on how you're looking at it really adds a touch of sophistication that I think is surprising for a dive watch. Most dive watches, you expect them to be a more tool-like design, and this definitely has really good specs when it comes to being a tool. But at the same time, the ceramic bezel and the ceramic face of it just really adds a lot of sophistication that you're not really expecting from a watch like this. And so that's why I really feel it does double duty between being a tool watch, but also a watch that looks perfectly reasonable under your cuff, under a suit cuff. Does not look out of it does not look out of place. In terms of performance, the Omega Seamaster is powered by the Omega coaxial caliber 8800, which you can see on the back side here through the clear case back. It is a beautiful movement, as almost everyone agrees. I think an amazing job with the finishing, unlike any other manufacturer in their price range, and I just really think you're getting a really good deal and a lot of bang for your buck here. The movement is highly resistant to shocks, which is great, and it's also highly resistant to magnetism and offers a robust power reserve of 55 hours, which is pretty good for this price range. The Seamaster's key performance feature is obviously the 300 meters of water resistance, thanks to its screw-down crown and secure gasket system. So as you can see here, the crown screws very, very securely in and is protected by a crown guard, and then you have to very firmly put it back in place, and the helium escape valve, which I'll talk about in a little bit, is also very well protected and very secure. The key technical features of the Seamaster are obviously what makes this watch worth it to have in almost any watch collection. The Seamaster is perhaps best known for its cylindrical helium escape valve at 10 o'clock. Sometimes referred to as a tumor, this valve allows the diver to release pent-up helium in the case when returning from deep dives, which otherwise could harm the movement. On top of that, the caliber 8800 beating inside the Seamaster is also a feat of engineering, and is third-party certified to prove it. Omega is so proficient at making excellent movements, such as the coaxial 8800, that its movements are certified as master chronometers by Metas. As you can see, it says master chronometer there on the dial, which means that an independent lab has tested each watch as a fully assembled watch in various conditions and positions to ensure incredible accuracy that just goes above and beyond what everyone else in the industry typically does. The Omega Seamaster is often compared to the Rolex Submariner due to its robust design and historical background, but it comes at less than half the cost and with equally impressive specifications. The Seamaster should be considered a cornerstone of any watch collection, and the different colors that it comes in, such as blue, green, and the white dial options, make it an ideal option for any collector. I picked this up personally when I was on vacation. I just happened to see it in a case, and I did not take it off for the rest of the vacation. I had other watches I had brought with me. I had planned to wear out at different restaurants, and I just didn't. I wore this the whole time, and I was just so impressed by how versatile the watch was and how well it fit with the rest of my collection, and I just never looked back from that moment. So if you don't have one of these in your collection, you should add it now. And last but certainly not least, rounding out the perfect collection, I think every collection needs a robust tool watch that can accompany the wearer on any adventure. In my opinion, the Tudor Black Bay Chronograph offers a perfect balance of heritage and functionality that fits the niche oxymoron of a luxury tool watch, right? What does that even mean? Like a luxury tool watch, it sounds like it shouldn't exist, and yet something like the Tudor, I think, nails what anyone is looking for. Drawing inspiration from vintage racing chronographs, this model stands out with its tool watch aesthetic and robust build, and also fits as a practical everyday watch that can be worn in any environment. As soon as I received this watch a couple years ago as a gift, it became my daily wear that I wore to the office and everywhere. As you can see, it's picked up some pretty good scratches on the clasp, but not really that much on the watch itself, which I'm really happy about. But this, once you have this in your collection, it becomes one of your go-to watches. I don't know why. It just is magnetic to your wrist, and you might doubt me now, but get one yourself and you'll find out. It's almost impossible to take off. Why does the Tudor Black Bay Chronograph belong in any collection? Starting from the design of the watch, the Black Bay Chronograph features a 41mm stainless steel case paired with a solid stainless steel bracelet. The watch features a matte black dial. As you can see here, it reflects pretty good, but it's definitely a matte finish, with twin white dials creating a reverse panda color scheme that screams retro. The anodized tachymeter bezel and domed sapphire crystal add to the rugged yet sophisticated styling of the watch as well. In terms of performance, the Black Bay is powered by the caliber MT5813, a chronograph movement developed in collaboration with Breitling, and is based on the B01 movement used in Breitling's premier line of chronographs. This COSC certified movement provides a 70-hour power reserve and includes a column wheel and vertical clutch mechanism to operate the bicompax chronograph, and it is very, very well built. Some key technical features to keep in mind. While the watch is undoubtedly a luxury piece, its technical specifications betray its rugged DNA. The crown and both chronograph pushers are all screwed down to provide up to 200 meters of water resistance. As you can see here, you even have to unscrew the chronograph pushers to use them, to depress them, and that adds just a ton of water resistance to this already very impervious watch. In addition, the caliber MT5813 is specifically designed to absorb shocks better than most other standard movements. Combining a solid single-piece case and a solid stainless steel caseback, as you can see here, it's clear that the Black Bay Chronograph was designed to take a beating. There's a reason why this is the most worn watch in my collection currently. Whether I'm going to the office, meeting a client, or relaxing on the weekend, the Black Bay Chronograph captures Tudor's reputation for reliable, robust timepieces and offers an incredible value for a luxury chronograph that is one of the best options in its price range currently. Each of these three watches offers something unique. The Omega Seamaster Diver covers all of your diving and aquatic adventure needs with its robust design and high-performance specifications, while the Tudor Black Bay Chronograph is perfect for those who appreciate the heritage and functionality of a racing-inspired chronograph and also want a versatile tool watch to use. And lastly, the IWC Portofino Chronograph brings elegance and sophistication, making it a staple for everyday and formal occasions. With prices ranging from around $4,500 to $6,000, these watches offer incredible value for anyone building their collection and ensures versatility and style for all occasions. Whether you're diving, racing, or attending a formal event, these three timepieces have you covered. Let me know if you agree with this trio of must-haves in the comment, or if you would choose anything differently to add to your own collection. Thanks.